Good evening, parents and guardians. So in this little video, I just wanted to show you how you can tell if your students have submitted assignments and how you can keep checking to see if they're actually getting their work done in Canvas. Because I know this has been an issue that's been brought up multiple times. And so this is for particularly my class, which is their mathematics class. I'm Mr. Metz, and so great to meet you. And I just want to give you this little video to help you out with that. So it may be a little different for other teachers' classes, but I'm just going to tell you from my observations what I see in my class and what's going on. So if you go to your student's Canvas and you notice right here next to the big blue bar, after you click on a course, you go to courses, you click the course you want to be in. After you click on the course and you click these three little lines, you'll see this bar right here. Now, when you get to this bar, you want to click on grades. And so when this comes up, so I'll just show you, I'll go out for a second. It comes up, okay, then I go to grades. Now, it gives me a list of every assignment that my teacher has assigned. So every single one of these is an assignment, a quiz, a test, everything that they've ever gotten into my class. So each of these are hyperlinks which you can actually click on, and I'm going to get to how that can be useful in a minute. But some of the most important things I want you to know is when you're looking here, I urge you to look at the score in the out of category. So if you look at the score in out of, you have a number out of some number. So if you see a 0 out of 2 or 0 out of any numerical value, that means that your student is most likely missing that assignment, or they submitted it but there was nothing done on it, maybe from a technological issue. So I grade my students' assignments the day of or the next day after, or maybe maybe 2 days later. But I'm pretty good about getting it done within 2 days, is what I've noticed, based on me getting into the run of things. But again, if you see 0 out of some score, most likely that your student did not turn it in. So that is a very quick and easy way to tell that. Now, if you see a score of 0 out of 0, that is just an extra credit assignment. So maybe you see a number, and then you see out of, and there's no number here except for 0. That means they got the extra credit points. So don't worry about these assignments. Worry about the ones that you see a score of 0 in, and you see a number. Okay? So that's just a quick rundown. If you see the little line, that line most likely means that it wasn't graded. So a little line just indicates this hasn't been graded yet by the teacher. And so that is a quick and easy rundown of that, but I want to urge you never to focus on the status of the assignment right here. And so this is for my class. I could be wrong for other classes, but from my observations, the status missing comes up for assignments so long as it's past the due date, like right here, and it only works for assignments that are built into Canvas. Now, if I have an assignment that goes into a Google Slide assignment, then it's not going to show missing in the gradebook. And so maybe it will show late as well on some of these. But again, this is not a good way of doing that, because half of the assignments that show or that go into Google Slide for my class will not show that missing sign at all. So that's only going to tell you half of the assignments if you're relying only on the status. So please do not, because that is going to make it misleading. So let me show you an example assignment. So for instance, what is statistics video? 0 out of 8. This could be an example of one that's missing, but it doesn't show the missing sign. So let me see, if we click on it, you get no preview available. So now I'm going to go into how can you tell if they submitted it by clicking on the hyperlink. So if you notice, I just clicked on the hyperlink, the name of the assignment. So if you go back here and you click on any of these, you're going to get a preview, essentially, of the assignment that was submitted. And so there's two things I want you to really pay attention to, is that when you sometimes do this, you just noticed you saw one that said no preview available. That means they never got it. Again, that's if you click on the assignment name. Another thing that comes up at times is that it says no submission. So if it says no submission, then also it has not been turned into me. Some of them do that, some of them don't. It depends on the type of assignment. So for this one, this was built into Canvas. There's no preview available. So that one's no preview. Now, if it's a Google Drive assignment, I believe it will say no submission if it wasn't done. So let me check really quick. This one is one in Google Drive right here. No, so that one's no preview too. There's got to be a good example. I just want to give you a good example of both. No submission. So this is for my quizzes. So that means that there's nothing done for this. Now, so if you see no submission or no preview available, it was not turned in. And that's only if you go to grades and if you select the hyperlink of the assignment. Now, how do I tell if they did submit the assignment? For sure. So again, if you click on the name of them, you sometimes see a link here. And so depending on what it is, my journal assignments, this is a journal assignment, it will just give you a link right here. You just click it, and then it just shows you the assignment. Now, all because you see something doesn't mean it was turned in. You again want to look at the grade. If you scroll down here, and if they did actually do it, you may see their reply right here, or you may just see their reply on the first part. It's really confusing at times. Sometimes you see it here, and then it just depends on the assignment again. And if you sometimes you'll see it here after you click that link. So again, I will only give zeros if they're not turning them in, or if I got something but there was literally no work. So make sure that you look at that score. It's going to be very important for that. So that is the typical rundown. Again, I urge you, do not rely on that status symbol that says missing, because it misleads you on the Google Drive assignments in my class. And just look at that out of score. I'm very good at grading them on a timely manner, so that should be accurate within 2 days or 3 days. So one other thing, and another way that you can do it, is if you go to your student's Canvas and you look in the big blue bar on the left-hand side, the inbox right here. So I send out, in my grade book, I can send out notifications to students who are missing assignments. So it just says, please do this assignment. It'll say the title name, and it goes and propagates into their inbox. So it populates their inbox in there. So that's another way you can tell if your students are missing stuff. But then again, your students could technically delete it before you saw it. So that's just a way for me to notify them in case just to make sure that they know what they're missing. So I would say for you guys, you should focus on the grade section, because this is 100% going to tell you. And again, don't rely on that status. And so the reason why the status also doesn't work is because if I was wanting to get rid of all the status icon, I would have to go for missing or late right there. Sometimes it says missing or late. If I wanted to get rid of that, I would have to go through every single little assignment, every single student's name, and turn it off. And that's unrealistic. That's literally thousands of assignments. And that's not a good way to use my time. And so I just wanted to let you know again, don't rely on this. It may work for classes that have everything in Canvas, but maybe not mine, because again, I have those Google Drive assignments. So again, in my class specifically, not other classes necessarily, focus on the score and out of categories for my class, and then maybe check in the inbox. If you need something unlocked for your students, please tell me. Just tell them. So what I mean is, when they tell me they need to go to inbox or email me, and they have to tell me this specific name like this. They need to type 2.1 daily warm-up if they're missing it. If they're missing 1.2 mathematics about me, they need to type that exact wording so I know which one to unlock. And if they can also give me the class period, that would also make it really easy for me to find it really quickly. So hopefully this helped you out a little bit more. I noticed a lot of people are struggling with this. So thank you for your time and for your evening watching this video if you did. But hopefully this helps you know exactly how your student is performing in my class. And then one last thing. Again, in Aries, when I transfer to Aries, I set a minimum of 50% in that class grade. So even though you have Canvas grades, that grade is not going to be completely the same as the one in Aries, because Aries sets a baseline of 50%. So whatever grade your student has in Canvas, it will be bumped up slightly. So that's why if you see in Aries a discrepancy between your Aries grades and your Canvas grades, that's why. So in the end, Aries will be their final grades overall, and it will be higher than all the other grades in Canvas. But I would recommend always look in Canvas for the work that they're doing and see if they're getting it done. So thank you so much again. I'm sorry if this took so long, but hopefully now you have a better understanding of what you need to look for to know if your students are getting their work done. Have a great evening, have a great weekend, and thank you for your time. Mr. Metz again, and bye.